game. First off, Saugus would like to recognize the Triton seniors. Number 1, Marley Kimball. Number 2, Paige 11. And number 5, Mava Hefferman. Now we're going to recognize the Saugus seniors, and they'll be accompanied to half court with their families. First, number 2, April Alden. She's accompanied by her father, Bob, her mother, Rainey, her sisters, Allison, Alana, and Ashley. April is deciding between Westfield and Bridgewater State University. She will major in education. Next is number 33, Cassandra Israelson. She is accompanied by her father, Eric, her mother, Erica, her brother, Nicholas. Cassie is committed to the Honors Program at Pittsburgh State University to study film and video. And last, number 1, Fallon Miller. She is accompanied by her father, Buddy, her mother, Kathy, and her sister and teammate, Devaney. Fallon is deciding between the University of Lowell and UNH. She is studying to become a registered nurse. We'll have 5 more minutes on the clock for warm-ups.
And now, for the introductions, here is the voice of Saugus, Mr. Cox.
On behalf of Saugus High School and Northeast Conference, we'd like to welcome you to tonight's game between the Triton Vikings and your Saugus Sachems. Please show your possible team. Any negative remarks toward the refs, coaches, or players will not be tolerated. Please show only possible for your teams. We thank you for your cooperation and best of luck to both teams. And tonight's starting lineups, first for the Triton Vikings. twin, Olivia Kakopoulos. Number 3, Caitlin Frary. Number 5, Nina Hefferman. Number 1, Molly Kimball. And number 2, Paige 11. And now for your Saugus Sachems. Starting at guard, an 8th grader, number 15, Peyton DiBiase. Starting at guard, a sophomore, number 3, Ashleen Escobar. Starting at center, a senior, number 33, Cassie Israelson. Starting at forward, a senior, number 2, April Aldrin. And starting at forward, a senior, number 1, Fallon Miller. We would ask you to please now rise for tonight's national anthem.
Welcome back here to Saugus High, where the Sachems are taking on Triton here on Saugus Senior Night. We got your lineups. We got, for Triton, we got Karapolis, we got Frary, we got Heffernan, we got Kimball, and we got Leavitt for the Triton Vikings. And for the Sachems, we got DiBiase, Escobar, Israelson, Aldred, and Millerick. All 3 seniors are out there. Oh, it's gonna be a loud one in here tonight. And we are on the way. Ashleen Escobar to open up the game. Out of bounds, Saugus. Saugus ball. Saugus gets the early momentum of this ball game. DiBiase, Escobar, Israelson. And now it's Israelson. DiBiase. Escobar for the 3. No. Here comes the Vikings. Here comes Kimball. And now Triton with the ball now. Triton. It's no score to open this one up so far right now. Stolen by Escobar, and the crowd loves it. Fallon Escobar, DiBiasio for the three. It's good! 3-0. Sachems open this one up. Triton for the two, no good. Millerick for the layup. It's good! And now Triton with the ball. Goes to center. Did I tell you that the crowd will cheer defense along with the bench? That's the atmosphere with a packed crowd. The three, no good for Triton. Triton keeps it in. DiBiasio right after her. Now Aldred after her. That's for the two, and that's good. Escobar carries the ball out. Outside the arc. Aldred for the three, it's good! Triton from outside the arc. Escobar recovers it. DiBiasio. And now it's Rilson. Escobar. DiBiasio for the three, from the corner, it's good! Saugus is on fire to start this one. For the two. And that's gonna be a foul on the Sachems. Leavitt will go to the line for some throws. Got the first one, it's now 11-3. Out of bounds and Saugus ball. Doesn't it feel like a boys' game for you? Doesn't it feel like a boys' game? It does to me. With a packed crowd. Aldred for the three, it's no good. Ashley and Escobar for the rebound, that one's no good. And now Triton with the ball. For the two, no good. Here comes Fallon, and now here comes DiBiasio. Great feed from Fallon. DiBiasio. Escobar. Sides it over to Aldred. DiBiasio. Escobar, oh, she gets fouled. Looked like an arm to the face there. That got in the way, that caused a foul. Great feed from Castle. Now here comes Peyton to Moore. Castle, Ella for the three, it's good! Out of bounds. It got deflected. And it'll be Triton ball. Coaches don't like it on Saugus. Now Triton circling the ball. Brings it inside for the two, it's good. Peyton. Oh, what a move, what a play! That got the crowd's attention. Almost stolen by Almost thrown by Fallon. That one goes out of bounds. Triton basketball. Triton to bring the ball out. Kimball. And now, Triton now. Ella Castle, Ella. No good. Now Triton. Circling the ball. For the three, it's good. 16-8, Saugus. Ella for three, no good. And now Triton from outside the arc for the three, that's no good. Out of bounds and Saugus ball. More to bring it out. Now it's DiBiasio. More. Bremberg goes inside. The layup is good. That was a little lob. For the layup, that one's so good, and there's going to be a foul. Crowd doesn't like it. Libert at the line. She gets one. Escobar and it's Rilson who will come out. Fallon and DiBiasio will come out. And that one was good. 8-point ball game. 18-10. Saugus on top. Castle. Stolen by Triton on a turnover. Triton with the ball. From inside, and that one's so good. Here comes Ashleen Escobar. Ashleen with the ball. Ella to Ashley. It's Rilson for the three. It's good! Cassie Izzy with the three. That one's for the three, and that one's so good for Triton. Ashleen Escobar, oh, listen, this place. It's Rilson's gonna go for again. No, that one's no good on the second try on the three-pointers. That one's so good. There's gonna be Saugus ball coming up. And that's going to be a foul on the Triton Vikings. Shea. Now it is Escobar. Escobar. Oh! Trying to get on through now is Ella Castle. Samantha Shea goes inside to the basket. That one's so good. And that's going to be a foul on the Sachems. Saugus got 4 fouls in this half, and Triton only has 2. A minute left here in the quarter. And there's going to be another foul. Saugus will get his 5th foul of the half. Triton ball. Sachems 21 and Triton 10. Another foul. And it's going to be on the Sachems. And that one will bring Labor to the line. Nothing on that free throw there on the first. One out of two on the free throws for the Triton Vikings. Escobar, Ella Castle, Bremberg. Almost got tipped that one. Escobar has it in her hands, and that's gonna be a foul. Coming up for the Triton Vikings. It's Rilson with the ball. Bremberg. Castle, no good. About 10 to go. For the layup, that one's good. As the time it ticks down on the clock. Last chance, Escobar. That one's no good. That ends the first quarter. Pretty good start for the Sachems. As the Sachems, they're up 21-13 actually. It is the Sachems 21 and Triton 13. Saugus High hockey team a shout out that Saugus shout out Lynn over at Connery, and Anthony had to fly over here from Connery. The coldest rink on earth according to Anthony. He was there covering the game with, along with Sean and Jimmy Alcott.
6-0.
Sean Murray and Jimmy Alcott on the call on that one, along with Anthony on the camera. And I did the virtual graph report from home. So check that out whenever the link comes out. It'll be on YouTube, along with this game, and you can catch it on youtube.com/Saugus.tv. That is the link. Second quarter on the way. To the basket, no good. It's Rilson rebounding now. Here comes Escobar. It's Rilson with the ball now, circling around. Here comes Aldrich, goes inside. A layup, that one's no good. Triton with the ball for the three. That one's no good. Escobar carry the ball out. And now Zella Castle. Castle, Millerick. Aldridge for the three. That one's no good. That one keeps it in bounds. Loose ball. Triton recovers it. Triton with the ball. For the three, no good. On the rebound, that one's no good. Escobar on the rebound. Long pass. Aldred, that ball is out of bounds, and it will be Triton basketball. Triton basketball. And now it's Triton to bring the ball out. For the 2. That one's so good. Oh! Triton has the ball. Loose ball. Still loose. So loose on the ground. Junk ball. Saugus ball. Saugus will get the ball after that loose ball on the ground. Here comes Escobar. Escobar from outside the arc. And now it's Ashley Moore. Payton with the ball. Payton looking for options. Escobar. Now it's Fallon. Fallon. 4 on the shot clock. Aldred for the 3. It's scored! (24-13). Saugus. There's going to be free throws for Libert. That's no good. Fallon with the ball. Ashley for the 3. It's good from downtown. Here comes. Ball's loose. Ball's loose on the ground. Another junk ball. And Triton will get the ball. Triton for the 2. That one's no good off the rim. And that one's no good off the rim as well. Fallon. Escobar. Bremberg. Fallon. For the layup. Oh, almost good hoop there. But that one's no good. Here it comes. Oh. Triton with the ball. Ball rolls out of bounds. And Saugus will get the ball. Castle will get the ball. DiBiasio. Ashley Moore. Ella Castle. Jessica Bremberg goes to Ashley Moore outside the arc. Double dribble. Triton ball. Here comes Triton. Over the head. Out of bounds. Saugus ball. That's an error on the Triton. That's like an infield error. Right, Anthony? Crowd. Crowd's into it. That one's no good. Fallon, go way up. That one is good. Stolen by Millerick. Ashley Moore. Travel. There will be some changes on the Saugus. Maddie Femino will come into the game. And now here comes Triton. Here comes the Vikings. Oh! Out of bounds, and it'll still be Viking ball. For the 2. That one in and out, and out of bounds. And it's still Triton ball. 3:23 to go in the second. And in the first half. For the 2-pointer, no good. Saugus rebounds it. Oh, loose ball. Junk ball. Saugus ball. DiBiasio. Femino for 3. No good. Here comes Triton. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it's Triton ball. Triton with the ball. For the 2-pointer, no good. DiBiasio. Oh! What some nice play. Oh! Another good play there by Peyton. Peyton seals it. Makes it! Timeout, Triton. Peyton DiBiasio lighting everything up today. She's putting on the show for the Sachems Nation crowd. We got a mixture of boys basketball and some other sports in that fan section over there. As have a look at the fan section. It's pretty big, pretty high up. And we'll start off with Triton ball. Triton. Goes inside the arc. Now it's Triton with ball, circling around, goes inside. That one's tipped by Fallon. Now Triton has the ball. Oh, that one's tipped in by Bremberg. Bremberg steals it. Bremberg. And that one will go to Ashleen Escobar. Saugus will have the ball. DiBiasio for 3. That one's no good. And now here comes Triton. Triton with the ball. Oh. Triton still has it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. That one's all good. Here comes Fallon. Israelson to Fallon. DiBiasio looking to do something here. Pass it over to Fallon. DiBiasio, oh, almost a layup there. That one's so good. And now here comes Triton now. Triton. $20 on the clock. There's gonna be a foul. That's gonna be the 8th foul for the Sachems. And Triton has 5. That one's no good on the free throws. Now DiBiasio with the basketball. Anna Silva. Finds Israelson. Israelson, that one's all good. Israelson keeps it on inbounds. Brenberg to DiBiasio. Oh, almost. Triton with the ball. 30 seconds. It's good on the layup for the 2 points. DiBiasio with the basketball. Anna Silva. Jessica Brenberg. And that's going to be the 6th foul for the Triton Vikings. That's number 6 for Triton. Under 10 to go. DiBiasio has to make it quick. Escobar for the 3. No good. Brenberg, no good. That ends the end of the half. Big score of Sachems 33 and Triton 15. 33-15 Saugus at the end of the half. Me and Anthony will be back for the second half and covering all that when we come back.
Take your Saugus TV experience beyond TV. Connect with us and stay up to date through social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Missed a televised meeting or event? Find it and watch it on our Vimeo page. And for everything else, visit our website, saugustv.org.
Welcome back, everyone, here at the Saugus High. Saugus and Triton here in girls basketball here on senior night. If you are just tuning in, it is Saugus 33 and Triton 15 to start the second half and to start the third quarter. Saugus off to a good start in that first half. And let's see what the second half has to do with score changing and see if the Sachems can pull this one off or what. We shall see. For the 3, that is good. That was Triton with the 3-pointer. And now it's Fallon. Fallon to the hoop, no good. Goes in for the layup, it's good. Now Triton is creeping up a little bit. Timeout by Saugus.
Timeout himself.
Mark Sharender calls a timeout. Mark Sharender he does not hesitate to call timeouts. He's not afraid to call timeout. When he wants a timeout, he gets a timeout. And he calls it right there, right and then. Girls are set after the timeout. It's Rilson to DiBiasio. Over as Rilson said, oh, watch out on the fan section. Triton ball. Over the head. Escobar steals. Escobar. DiBiasio. Stolen on and turnover by Triton. And now it's Triton with the ball. Oh, that was poked. Now it's Escobar that has it loose. Now it's Rilson gets it. Peyton. It's Rilson. Down. Aldred gets fouled. April Aldred goes to the line. Gets the first. It's good. Got them both. Now it's Triton. Triton, the layup is good. Here comes Saugus, carrying up the load. For the three, no good, off the rim. And now Triton. Triton with the ball. For the three, in and out. On the rebound, that one's no good. On the second rebound, that one is going to be a foul. That's one, and that is Libbard up at the line for Triton. Gets them both. DiBiasio with the ball. DiBiasio, Saugus is on offense. Escobar. Aldred. It's Rilson. DiBiasio. DiBiasio for the three. It's no good. Here comes Triton with the possession of the ball. That one's no good. Peyton. Fallon, directing traffic. Fallon goes for the layup. That one's no good. Triton. Throwing the ball. Goes inside. From out deep, 3, no good. Out of bounds, and there goes the sign on the wall. There goes the sign on the wall. By the way, that ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Saugus ball. How's someone going to fix that sign? Ella to Fallon. Fallon to the basket. She gets fouled. And Fallon will go up to the line. It gets 1. And misses Ciela. And now here comes Triton. But a 3, that one's no good. Triton controlling the ball for the 2. That one's off the backboard. And now Triton with the ball. That one for the 3. That one's off the rim. Here comes Escobar. Triton gets it. Triton. No good. Here comes Ella. Here comes Castle. Fallon off the side of the basket. But a 3. In and out. In and out. Saugus gets it. More for the 3. That one off the rim. Bremberg going for the rebound. Fallon, oh, okay, she keeps it in, but Triton gets the ball. About 3:15 to go in the third. That one's for the 3, that one's no good. For the 2, that one's no good. Ella finds Fallon, Fallon. It's good! But I believe that there's going to be a foul on that. Or maybe a travel or something? Offensive foul. Surprising. I'm not sure if that point's going to count, but and that's going to be a travel on Triton. Thir 36-24 is the score. Fallon. Ella Castle. Up. Now it's Triton, Triton. Saugus ball. It was a get me kind of call. It was a get me the ball kind of call. Sam Shea gets the ball. Sam Shea. Fallon. Brandberg for the layup. It's good! Out of bounds and Triton ball. Triton basketball. And there's going to be some substitutions as Shea will go to the bench and DiBiasio will come back in. And Triton basketball. Triton. Outside the line for the three, that one's good. Triton got it on that one. Fallon to Ella. Ella goes inside to the layup. It's good! Saugus got it up to 40. Out of bounds, and Triton ball. Saugus steals. DiBiasio no good. Fallon, it's good! And there's a foul. And Fallon, who got the points, will go for possibly another. Gets it. That's a two-pointer and extra for Fallon Millerick. And that's an offensive foul on Triton. That's the second time that we heard about offensive foul. For the layup, that one's so good. Fallon, Ella Castle for a deep three, no good. Triton basketball. Triton ball. Aldred will come out. Saugus ball. Saugus ball. Ashley Moore to Peyton. DiBiasio. April Aldred for the three. It's good! April Aldred cheers the crowd up. For the three. That one's so good. Keeping on a rebound. Banks it in. That was Triton. Under a minute to go here in the third. Peyton. So that's good. That one's no good, and there's gonna be a foul coming up. And some free throws for Peyton DiBiasio. That's gonna be two. Two according to the official. Nothing on the first one, and there's some changes. Bremberg, Femino, and this Rielson will come out. Moore, Castle, and Millerick will have a seat for their next shift. That one is good on the second free throw for Peyton DiBiasio. That's 1 out of 2 from the line. For the layup, and that one's so good. It's Rielson to Peyton DiBiasio. DiBiasio. Femino. Aldred to Femino. Bremberg. DiBiasio. Aldred. Femino for the three. That one's no good. And that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for the third. You can see right there, it's the scoreboard. It's Sachems 47 and Triton 29. All the classes at Saugus High School coming to support these girls. Some of the fan section's leaving, but some of them are sticking around for the final 8 minutes. But still, it's been a good turnout. These girls needed that energy. They're a state tournament kind of team. And this is like a state tournament kind of team right here. If Saugus could keep it up for the rest of the season, then they'll probably go deep in the tournament. Final quarter, fourth quarter is underway here at Saugus High. Oh, Saugus had the ball for like a second. And now Triton will get the ball. Triton ball. The layup, it's no good. And there's going to be a foul. And the fouls are 6 and 6 for both teams. It's going to be a long one for sure. And that one is no good on the free throws. And this one is... And is Libert again at the line. And it's good. 1 out of 2 at the line. Here comes Juliana Powers. DiBiasio. Payton. Looking for a lane. Looking for Escobar. Fallon, nice move. Oh! Almost made a nice move, almost made a nice play. But that one's no good, and now it's Triton ball. Triton for the layup, that's no good. It's Rielsen with the rebound. Loose ball, and that's going to be Triton ball. And that's a foul on the Sachems. Renda at the line. Fallon finds Payton. DiBiasio. Payton. Escobar. Fallon. Triton ball. There's a sub. Ella Castle will come back out. Fallon with the steal. No good. Ball stays inbounds. There comes Triton on the run. It's Rielsen falls down. She gets right up. On a rebound. That's good for Triton. DiBiasio. Ella Castle. That one for the three. No good. That has to be more of an accurate throw for it to make the hoop. Fallon. Directing traffic. Stolen. The layup is good. DiBiasio. Peyton. Doing a whole bunch of trick moves. Lops it in. Timeout. And it looks like Mr. Timeout on the Triton side calls it. .5:44 to go in the game. Sachems 49 and Triton 34. And now I'd like to give a big shout out to someone in the gym. Someone in the scores table, Mr. Cox, the voice of the speakers. I want to give that guy a big, big shout out. There he is, down there, Mr. Cox right there. That's the man that says, let's go and get you guys going. That's the guy that gets you guys going. And that's the guy that gets me going for each basketball game and each hockey game. Definitely want to give him a big shout out if he ever watches. Mr. Cox, this one's for you. Game's back on. Oh! Saugus ball. PS, let's go. Peyton. DiBiasio for the three. No good. And now Triton with the ball. For the two, that one's no good. Out of bounds and Triton basketball. For the two is good. 5 minutes ago. Escobar, DiBiasio, Aldred, April Aldred, Captain April. That one's no good. Oh, loose ball. Junk ball. And Triton ball. Can make a change. Jessica Brenberg will come back out into the game. Here comes Triton. For the two-pointer, no good. On the rebound, that one's good. 49-38. Ashleen to Peyton. Back to, oh, Aldred gets it. Peyton DiBiasio. Ashleen Escobar, no good. April Aldred gets fouled. And April Aldred will go to the line. And let's see how many throws there's going to be. It looks like two. Looks like there's going to be 2 of them. There is two. April Aldred for the line for 2 shots. Gets the first. That's one. Fallon will come back into the game. Captain Fallon, one of the 3 seniors. April Aldred, another senior. 1 out of 2. Escobar gets fouled. And now Ashleen will go to the line for 2. Gets 1. Off the rim, that's 1 out of 2 on the free throws for Ashleen Escobar. For the layup, that's good. 4 minutes to go. Fallon. Aldred. Aldred for the 3, that one's no good. Escobar on the layup, that one is no good. Here you hear the ahs from the crowd. Triton circling the ball for the 3, that one's no good. Saugus has it. Brenberg. The layup is good. Now Triton. The layup no good on the rebound. That one's no good. Escobar on the rebound. Stolen on a turnover by Triton. But the 2-pointer is good. What's that, Mr. Timeout? Yeah. Mark Surrender. Mark Surrender. He called the timeout like really quick. Coach Mark Surrender calls the timeout as Anthony calls him Mr. Timeout. Oh, me and Anthony back with the comedy for this winter season. The last time that we had fun was during football season. We're gonna have fun. You hear Anthony talking behind the camera there. That's Anthony Moschella. That's our camera person, if you can hear him from beside me. Let's see how this final 2:38 goes. This is down to the wire. Eight fouls for Triton, 7 fouls for Saugus. Peyton DiBiasio, long pass. Aldred gets it. The Fallon. No good on the layup. Triton gets it. Triton for a layup. Oh, it's a travel. It's a travel on Triton. Saugus inbounds it, and now here comes DiBiasio about 2 minutes ago in this one. Fallon. Ashley Moore for the 3. That one's no good. And Saugus will get the foul. Oh, Saugus Sachem fan section is standing up on their feet. They're loving it. No good on that free throw. As he just missed that, that was no good. Travel! Look at that, that's a travel. Saugus ball. Ashley Moore. Ashley and Escobar for the three. Hey, it's good! Ashley and Escobar with a long three. That one for the long three, that one's good. That one got to pay the price. Timeout by Mark Surrender, AKA Mr. Timeout. He'll probably love that name. He'll probably come to me at the end of the season or whenever it says, I like that nickname. And in that group, you can see former Saugus High alumni, girls basketball alumni, Shannon Fury. Biggest supporter in girls basketball, Shannon Fury. Always comes out and supports the girls. With the father, John Fury, working the scoreboard. Ashley Moore gets the ball, now Peyton DiBiasio. Fallon. Ashley Moore. Peyton DiBiasio, and one more Let's Go Saugus chant from the crowd. A minute to go, 5 on the shot clock. Aldred for the three, no good. Here comes Triton. And there's going to be a foul. Libert at the line. Timeout. .9 to go in the game. And after this game, we got only one more coverage of girls basketball, which is next Monday. Or, wait a minute, it's next Tuesday. My correction on that, it's next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, the 22nd. That is our.
Swampscott.
That is a makeup game against Swampscott, and that is our last coverage for girls basketball. And our last coverage, possibly for boys basketball, is Monday. And next week is our last coverage.
The boys have to win to get in the tournament.
They could make the tournament if they win, the boys. But next week, Monday's boys. Next Tuesday is these girls, and then next Wednesday is hockey. And that is our last week of regulation play for regular season before tournament play. No good as play resumes. Saugus gets it. $36.7 to go. Sachems up 56-47. And Peyton DiBiasio could add more. Could add more points to it. Adds one more. 10-point game. And Saugus is looking like they're gonna. And this one is going in their favor. Game of the week. Looks like there's two good games today. Hockey early and girls basketball tonight. Two good nights. Two good games. Fallon seals it. This could put the icing on the cake. Fallon. And now Saugus circles the ball around. About 10 to go in this game. Solon. Last chance for Triton. For the three. That one's no good. Buzzer sounds. It's a Sachem win. Final score in this one. The Sachems 58 and Triton 47. The Sachems get the job done on senior night. There's two good games on one day. Two games that are good. One a shutout and one is a good win on one good day. Nick Graffeo, Anthony Moschella, all signing off. Again, the final score before we sign off, Sachems 58 and Triton 47. That is two wins on one day. Loving it. We'll see you guys next time. Sign out. Thank you for watching.